Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a review of the OLED C7F, also known as the C7P in the United States. It's a latest OLED TV from LG. It's a 2017 model, which is widely regarded as the best television you can buy in 2017, regardless of size, of course. We'll be comparing it to a LED-based screen, which has the same technology as my last TV, which was the Philips. We'll be comparing if it can keep up and whether you can tell the differences, especially in terms of backlighting, which the screen has in comparison to an OLED screen. As you may notice, the backlighting on the screen isn't as visible on camera as it is in person. Only from the sides can you see about the same backlighting as I'm witnessing. So that should be taken note of. The camera simply can black out near blacks, which is not ideal for my test, but should give you at least some idea of the differences in picture quality. It should be noted that both the OLED screens and LED-based screens are pretty good viewing devices. Today, the difference between OLED and LED is still pretty big, but LED screens aren't bad by definition. However, if you want the best in terms of picture quality, you might want to go with OLED screens, even though they're a lot more expensive. So let's start the testing and compare them to each other. It should be noted that my Lenovo laptop screen is about the same quality as my Philips, so you can say it's like comparing the Philips to the OLED screen. So that should be noted. And I say enjoy. As you can see almost immediately the backlighting from the OLED screen is superior to the backlighting of the LED-based screen, which is a huge difference. You simply cannot see pitch blacks in a LED-based screen, which you can see here. The Philips suffered from the same thing. They both have edge type of lighting, so the blacks really make the colors pop out a lot more than on the LED-based screens. Also, the detailing is and the HDR is amazing on the OLED screen, which it should be for the price, obviously. But the resulting picture quality is almost unparalleled. It's truly amazing seeing how much difference the emissive technology from OLEDs can make. It's a huge difference when comparing side by side. I personally think OLED has a lot of advantages, especially above QLED technology from Samsung, where the QLED technology is simply a lot more brightness on the same LED-based technology, and it still isn't emissive as it should be for the price. QLEDs from Samsung are simply LED screens on steroids, whereas OLED is a truly different based screen. It's a completely different technology, and I personally would recommend it if you're really into picture quality. Obviously, it's pretty costly. That should be noted. It's not the cheapest to buy, as this screen costs a pretty big amount of money. It's today price is about $2,500. I did get a nice discount, but it's not too much as you might have expected. comparing the two videos side by side, you can really see that a LED-based screen simply cannot achieve the same blacks as the OLED. That being said, is the OLED perfect? No, it's not the best possible screen which could be made. It might have some more brightness and some more near blacks, which OLED panels simply suffer from at the moment. It's a technical problem at this time. However, it beats out every other display on the market. You simply cannot buy a better screen at this moment. The Sony has its A1 TVs, which use exactly the same panel. It has some different processing powers, but the differences are really marginal. And to be honest, the viewing experience on the OLED is simply amazing. Coming back to the last video with the Philips, I said I would buy a 55-inch Philips OLED. However, continuous delays in delivering the display gave me the idea to simply go with LG, because as you may know, the Philips OLED panels have 2016 panels in them, which is last year's technology, whereas this OLED has 2017 panel, and it's straight from the manufacturer, LG. All OLED panels are manufactured by LG, so you might as well buy them from the manufacturer themselves. I think the OLED is a truly amazing technology. It's fantastic how good the screen can look. The blacks are truly black. They're simply unparalleled by any other LED-based type of TV. Even the QLEDs from Samsung have full array dimming, which means they have a lot more blacks. They can simply turn off certain sections of the screen. However, the problem with this is when you have bright and dark lit parts of the screen, you'll start seeing this blooming, this bleeding of the light, which is even a problem on Samsung sets which cost $4,000. So for all that extra money, you're not even buying a better screen. So if you're really into picture quality, you should stick with the OLED for the price. It's at this point of time is the most economical, even with QLEDs. You're paying for worse technology from Samsung, and you're not even getting a better image. So that's really the issue with OLEDs at the moment. It's simply with QLEDs at the moment. It's simply not as good as OLEDs can get, and in my opinion, the OLEDs are truly amazing. Here you can see the test video from the A1, which is displayed in many stores where the Sony A1 OLED TV is standing. The OLED panel from LG 2017, which this model is, simply displays the image exactly the same. It's the same type of quality. There might be subtle differences, but they're almost not there. As you can see, this is a top of the line TV, and I can quickly point out the differences with my old Philips. The first being the processor power. A lot of TVs are 4K but cannot display 4K content without processing problems, which is a problem because budget TVs don't get very good processing power, whereas these models do. So 4K HDR content is processed rather easily. With the Philips, this used to be a very big problem. You could view 4K HDR content, but it simply stutters and doesn't play off because the processor can't handle all the processing. So yeah, that already says something about the quality of Philips. So I went with the OLED screen from LG, and luckily I've also found a way to use the U lights with the LG panel using using an app called U lights. So the camera from my phone will display will be targeted at the screen and then display the lighting. So yeah, that was my short, well, kind of long review of the OLED panel from LG and the comparison. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll be making another video with the U lights, so please comment, like and subscribe, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and stay tuned for my next videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. One last note, the thinness of the display is amazing and the stand is truly premium. So thanks for watching and goodbye.